Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Luke, and you're watching Luke the Gathering. Thanks for checking out the channel and being here. As always, I really appreciate it. And it's another Friday, which means I'm going to talk a little bit about Friday Night Magic and the draft I had, the draft experience that I had with Wilds of Eldraine this week. So far, I am enjoying the set, and actually this week on Arena, the draft, any kind of person v person draft was down for a couple days, and that really sucked. So I was really looking forward to drafting today, but I draft with a heavy heart because next week I'm not going to be able to go to Friday Night Magic, which just kills me because I love Friday Night Magic. I love playing at the end of the week after a long week, going there, but life happens. I have actually a night evening job that next week, and so be making the money, obviously, with a job, but it's not going to be nearly as fun as Friday Night Magic, so it'll be a couple weeks before I get back there. Sad about that. I'm definitely going to go through some withdrawals or something. But today, I went 2-1. I was not bad. I was actually pretty happy with the result. I lost to a very good control deck, someone who really knew what they were doing with it. Just bouncing all my stuff back to my hand and back to the deck, and it was just pretty frustrating to play against, even though I did actually top deck a card to win a match in that, or a game within that match. So the opponent won 2-1 against me, but it was still really good, and the other games I played were great as well. So we're going to take a look at some of the cards we have in this deck. It's not the best deck, really, but somehow it was good enough to win twice out of 3, and we'll just talk about the cards. So let's check it out right now. Alright, before we go into the deck, actually, I want to show you my sideboard. Check it out. It's the Bitter Blossom anime variation. Really cool card. This was my pack 3, pick 1. I wish I opened this pack first. I would have built around this card. Instead, this just came home with me as sort of value drafting, and yeah, really cool art. Love it. Too bad I couldn't play it today, but glad to have it. Kind of made it worth it. Some of the other stuff I have, nothing really crazy. A lot of blue and white. I was thinking maybe I should, green and white I should say. Maybe I should jump into those colors. I didn't. And so nothing else really of note. However, we did all receive just this gorgeous promo Lotus Petal etched foil promo card. So cool looking. Great little card. Oh, and then I had 3 blind mice. This was actually in my deck, but I took it out because it wasn't performing well. In fact, every time I made one of the mice, it got killed. And so I didn't have anything to copy. And so every single time this was in the deck, it did really bad. So I took it out. I thought it'd be a good card, and it really wasn't, because my opponents all knew what to do against this card. And so I actually ended up throwing it back into the sideboard and replacing it. Okay, so there goes that. But here we go. I have a Scarecrow Guide. I have a little bit of splashing in this deck. It's mostly white and red, but there's a little bit of green. And so I wanted to have something to cast those green portions of spells I have, and so that's what this is there for. Besotted Knight, I really like the adventure version, getting a roll on something, and then a 3/3 body is pretty decent here, so I thought this would be a decent addition. Dragon Mantle is a pretty cool card. It kind of replaces itself. You put this on like a Ginger Brood or something, and it's unblockable, and it just does a lot of good damage. Discerning Financier. I wish I played this more, but the getting treasure tokens thing didn't really work out in my favor these games, which was fine. I was really trying to find better cards that were more aggressive. This isn't a very aggressive card, but I had to take it because it's a decent card, and there was just hardly any celebration cards flying around, and so I was sad about that. Return Triumphant is a card I like because you can get a card right out of the graveyard, and this actually triggers celebration, even though I have so little of it. Stone Splitter Bolt, just a great removal spell. It's an X removal, so you can remove just about anything you need. It does X damage to a target creature, and you can actually double that damage if you bargain it. That's really good. Gnawing Crescendo, this actually did really, really well in the decks, especially when you kind of go wider. I wish I was in a rat deck, but I wasn't. It's in white-red, not Rakdos, red-black. But this card definitely made a difference. It won me a number of games. Picnic Ruiner, this is why I had some green in. Distributing those 3+1/+1 counters was really cool. Did make a huge difference. And then the Picnic Runner is a great card because this thing can get double strike pretty easy. Frantic Firebolt, just a solid removal spell. Grand Ball Guest. Celebration gets triggered very easily on this, so a lot of times this is a 3/3 trampler. And it can be a problem for some of the opponents. Cut In is a removal spell I really like. It can just deal 4 damage to a target creature. And then you also get a Young Hero token attached to a target creature you control. I think that's really, really good. Woodland Acolyte, another one of those green adventures where you can put a permanent back on top of the library. And this guy, when it comes in, you can actually just draw cards. So you can put it on top and draw it. That's kind of a nice little combo there, all in of itself. Decent card. Hopeful Vigil is a great card. Triggers Celebration all by itself. Gives you a 2/2 white creature token with Vigilance. When it leaves, you can scry. You can even just sacrifice it if you want to. Very versatile card in Limited, and I was very happy to have 2 of them. Gallant Pie Wielder is great. Gets double strike a number of times. 2/3 is a pretty good stat line, and with first strike even, that's good enough. You know, it stops a lot of their rats or things that are just trying to get in. Two-Headed Hunter is yet just another monster of a card. Giving something double strike with the instant twice the rage adventure portion is just brutal. And especially if you can get lifelink, you tack this on to like that 1 mana white spell that I'm going to talk about in just a second here. This thing becomes amazing. And then you can play it as a 5/4 menace creature, which is, of course, again, a handful to deal with. Grabby Giant was great because especially the create a treasure token portion, you can bargain the treasure away, or if I didn't get my green sources, then, you know, the treasure can be used for green sources. This thing also has reach. Just a really versatile card. I don't think it's like a sexy card at all, but it just does what you need to do so much of the time. Edgewall Pack is something I talked about last week. Edgewall Pack is great. They are 3/3s with Menace, and then they make a rat. So much to like about this card. I'm glad I got 2 of them. Again, these cards made differences. Archon's Glory is a trick for 1 mana. You can bargain. This was really great in my deck. This was the card that really, I think, put my deck a little bit over the other opponents. I had to really win quickly, do lots of damage, or get some life in. 2 Archon's Glories helped me do that very well tonight. And then the second best gingerbread card I had was Sir Ginger. A lot of times this thing got flicked by a coin or, you know, some little ping damage destroyed him. But the opponents didn't want to see Sir Ginger on the field. What was better was the Ginger Brood actually not being able to get blocked, and then you pump it up or you give it a Young Hero roll, and you're on a roll after that because when you can't block this guy, it becomes very, very annoying. And actually, it won me a game just by plinking away ever so slowly, 1 by 1. So Ginger Brute was a very surprisingly good card. And of course, the 3 Blind Mice, I told you, I cut it. It did absolutely hardly anything. All right, we got a few packs to open here. We got an Eldraine pack. We got an Obsidian Flame. We'll do the Pokemon first. Yeah, we'll just do the Pokemon first. See if anything comes out of this Obsidian Flame pack. They just handed this one as a funny prize for me, since they know I do Pokemon on occasion, but nothing really good. Gita foil there. Okay, we also have a Lord of the Rings one, and a little Lord of the Rings first, since we're in Wild season. We'll see if we get anything out of Lord of the Rings. We got that. Is that Sam's family? Yeah, it's Sam and his family. I do miss playing this set. I did like this set a lot. Let's see. Oh, we got a Nazgul. Always good. We got Lobelia. We got Ring Wraiths. And there we are. Okay, so that was the Lord of the Rings pack. Okay, and then we have the Wilds of Eldraine set pack. Let's see if we got a cool prize. We got a really funny looking art here. It is one of the autographed arts. We got a food token. We got Water Wings. It's all right. Grasp of Fate. Scalding Viper. I do like Scalding Viper quite a bit. Lady of Laughter. What's this? Do I even know this? What is that? Celebration at the beginning of end step. If 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've even seen that one before. And then the rest, I think, are just... yeah, nothing crazy. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, I won't be at draft next week. That makes me really sad. But I will see you as soon as I see you. Have a great one.